Hey everyone, it's Astroff here, and in today's video we're going to talk about the Meteorb build part 2, so at checkpoint level 20. So first, a quick refresher, majority of points into Firebolt, 1 in Warmth if you want to go that route, and 1 in Static Field is basically a necessity. At this point your gear is pretty bad, 2 open socket, chest for the future stealth, just the beginner staff if you haven't found anything better. So now we're going to move to the checkpoint at level 20. First thing we're going to talk about is stealth, right? So you're going to want to run Countess runs, which I mentioned in the previous video, until you get the runes Tal-Eth. You can wear this at level 17, put it in any 2 open socket chests that you have the enough strength for. And this is going to be amazing. It's going to help you out, with your mobility. It's going to help you out with your cast speed. It's going to help you out with mana regen. This thing's great. Poison resist is really useful in Act 2. So this is just awesome. All of the jewelry are now 10% FCR pieces of jewelry. You might only have 1 or 2 at this point, but this is obviously preferred at this point. That with the faster cast rate from the chest allows you to hit a much better breakpoint, but not quite the 9 frame one. You see that we have 55 and the next one's at 63. So soon, but we're not there. I didn't even upgrade the cap. I didn't even upgrade the boots or the gloves or the belt. These are still pretty good going into Act 2. I mean, this could be better, but these are still pretty good going into Act 2. There are some monsters that do poison you for a good amount of damage. And then the last notable thing is while you're on that run for the Countess, to get your Tal-Eth runes for the stealth chest armor, you're going to also want to get a Tir and a Ral. You're going to be able to equip this at level 19 into a 2 open socket short staff. If you want to be totally optimal, you could also shop at a Kara for a 2 open socket short staff with potentially a few points into Firebolt, or I don't know if it can actually roll Fireball, but I think definitely Firebolt. And maybe something else that you like as a sorceress, like such as Frost Nova or like a point into static. That'll help you save some points early on if that's something you find in the shop. But make sure it's a gray item. It's not a magic or a rare. 2 open sockets, and this thing is awesome. 3 points to Firebolt, 3 to all fire skills. It's going to immediately make all of your damage go up by a significant amount. All right, so moving into the skill tree here, a few extra things have been added to the tree here. One thing to note is that we do get the Radiment's extra skill point. Basically, that's the first thing I do when I hit Act 2. You could go ahead and throw that into Telekinesis so that by the time you're level 18, you just get Teleport right away. I actually prioritize getting Teleport at 18 and not taking the extra point into Fireball at that point. I think the mobility outweighs the small damage increase, especially since your damage is going to be very much adequate once you get this staff at level 19. So again, points into Firebolt until you unlock Fireball. This is at level 12, so you're going to want to put a point in every single level until you hit level 20, except for level 18 when you get Teleport. And again, I use that Radiment point to get Telekinesis if you haven't already allocated 1 into Telekinesis. But yeah, so your damage is going to be pretty huge at this point, and these 2 items are going to be probably your best in slot for a while, and everything else is just the best you can get. Again, the FCR, don't need it, but it would be great, especially when you have this. Again, going back to this breakpoint, 37 is very much attainable. You need 2 pieces of jewelry on the chest, and then 63 is not really attainable until you get 1 more piece of faster cast rate equipment. So yeah, so if you have any questions or comments or any advice, please feel free to add down below, and I look forward to adding the next part.